When we ask that question, what do you fear? The thing that Scripture continues to tell us is do not fear man. Do not fear man. Instead, we're to fear God. Fear the Lord. Fear the Lord. And it's the beginning of wisdom. It's the start of knowing what we're supposed to do. Man, you think about the great suffering that's around the world. I know from a non-Christian perspective, that's what they say. They're like, if God's so loving, why is there suffering? And I understand it. I get it. God gave us free choice. And we as people who are broken choose to hurt other people. We use power against each other. We wage war. We're malicious. We enslave. We do all sorts of evil things against each other. That's what we've done with free will. Great job, people. Great job. But here's the thing, like that's not what he called us to do. In fact, it's this piece of Scripture that's interesting. If we see it in literal, if we see it as an allegory, it doesn't matter. But the piece of Scripture as Job going through his suffering is so profound to us. In this Scripture, it talks about in the Old Testament, Job, who was a rich man who was notable, who loved the Lord with everything, honored him with everything. And it was so much so that that Satan comes to God and picks him out of this picture. You have the next picture. It's one where Satan says to him, well, the only reason that he loves you is because you bless him. And so God takes his hand off and allows him to go through trial and tribulation. He loses his children, his wife, all of the things they've taken from him, all his wealth, his health, everything is taken. And here's the thing, even at the lowest point of who he was, he refused to curse God because he had a fear of the Lord. And because he had his heart aligned with God in the right way, he saw everything restored back to him. But out of his wisdom says this in the end of Job 28, it says, but where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Man does not know its worth, and it's not found in the land of the living. The deep says it's not in me, and the sea says it's not within me. It cannot be bought for gold, and silver cannot be weighted as its prize. It continues on and says all these different things that cannot do it. It cannot buy wisdom because wisdom only comes from God. And it continues here in verse 28. It says, and he said to man, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. And to turn away from evil is understanding. You want to be a wise person, a woman or a man of wisdom and understanding, fear God. And live according to his ways and shun evil. Live with the love of God in your life. This is coming from Job, who suffered all these things and still would not curse God. He had the fear of the Lord.